Now, 35 days, that's the lifespan of a fast-growing chicken bred in England for its meat. It makes them cheaper to produce for farmers and for us to buy at the shops.
Animal rights campaigners claim the genetically selected breeds, which they call Franken chickens, suffer serious health problems. Appealing a High Court decision which ruled the use of them on British farms is completely legal.
Now, our rural affairs correspondent, Lindsay Smith, has the story, and just a warning that right from the outset, her report does contain some images that people might find upsetting.
They suffer from horrendous welfare problems like lameness and deformities and even heart attacks. The problem is that people have no idea what they're buying.
It is a massive problem, and it's probably one of the most severe welfare issues we see.
Curry, cooked dinner. I love chicken.
You have chicken every day?
Chicken every day, yeah.
I could not, without doubt, work in an industry where I thought the animals I was producing were suffering.
This is what opponents of modern farming techniques call Franken chicken, genetically selected to grow from birth to the butcher in 35 days. Secretly filmed by activists who want this banned, but it's legal. Most of the chicken reared in the UK is one of these fast-growing birds.
These are chickens that have been bred to grow 400% faster than natural. They live horrendous lives. They routinely suffer from agonizing health problems, such as deformities, lameness, and they can even die of heart attack in large numbers because their muscles, their ligaments, their bones can't keep up.
Justice for the chickens! In May, a High Court judge ruled that the use of these fast-growing birds could continue. As an appeal looms, there are growing campaigns.
Certainly the RSPCA wouldn't consider sort of standard, fast-growing breeds of chicken to have a life worth living, because they are, in essence, sort of feeding, eating machines. And, we do think there are less cruel practices out there and better ways to do it.
It's not unusual for the BBC to receive secretly filmed footage. But since the court case, we've received an unusual amount from campaigners, from workers in poultry units, and it all alleges suffering. The farm that you saw earlier in the open cages video has told us that it has well cared for birds and has been independently audited for welfare compliance 3 times in the last 14 months and complies with all legal standards. There's little doubt that chicken is the nation's favourite meat. It constitutes over 50% of all meat eaten here.
I like a chicken kebab. My husband does weight training and things, so chicken's quite an important part to him.
How often do you eat chicken?
At least every other day.
Do you care how it's raised on the farm, how it's farmed?
Well,
So we decided to take a look for ourselves at how it's produced.
There's 37,000 birds in here at the moment, and today they're 13 days old.
So these birds are the Franken chickens.
Franken chickens, yeah. At the moment, this is all we produce.
We're at a family farm in Yorkshire to see the conditions. This is not one of the farms that was secretly filmed. We can't tell you exactly where this is. The farmers are anxious about being harassed by campaigners.
It is a worrying time. Breaking into someone's property, and deliberately trying to catch someone out, these are our homes. It's like someone breaking into your house.
They keep our fridges full, but live in fear. They say to give shoppers what they want, cheap chicken.
Everyone has less money in the back pocket at the moment. I do think the demand is definitely driven by the cost of living crisis.
There is an alternative. Some restaurants and shops have signed up to the Better Chicken commitment. They pledge to raise slower growing birds and give them more space. But here's the catch. It's typically more expensive. So would shoppers on a budget be willing to pay?
To be practical, I can't right now, because as a student, you don't have enough money.
The cost of living is all going up, so really and truly, I don't want my price to go up.
Probably pay more to get something better.
Would you pay more?
Well, I would just not have chicken. Let's switch to something plant-based.
But it could be like £1.50 more.
Yeah, that's okay.
DEFRA told us they welcome the judgment that so-called Franken chickens are legal. But with cost-cutting and competition at play, it's unlikely producers will choose to use slower-growing birds. It'll only happen if they're forced, something that an imminent appeal could change. Lindsay Smith, BBC News.